Hi, I'm Bethany Partlow. I actually have a question regarding like Airbnbs and transient rentals. What's the consideration with that? Is that going to be allowed? Or are we?
I don't think we really discussed long-term versus short-term rental as a board, did we?
I remember there
don't
being
think-
discussion
yeah.
about Key West and there being problems with noise with Airbnbs and transient rentals in the neighborhoods. Sometimes being more of a nuisance. So just wanted to bring that up
Yeah,
as a discussion.
that's a good point.
and
We
consideration.
should discuss that. Maite, what do you think?
So it depends on what the goal is for the community. If the community's goal is to provide for affordable housing for your workforce and for your elderly and for those, people starting off right after college, then if you allow vacation rentals and Airbnb and other things in those units, you're not actually providing that housing need.
Right.
You're actually making it worse because you've taken that opportunity for that person and provided it to a transient rental then.
Exactly.
Agreed.
That's the last thing I would want to see as well. So I wanted to bring that up. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you. So how would we, how do we regulate that currently? Is it has to be at least a 6-month rental, or how does that work?
Chair Taylor, members of the commission, due to a state preemption here in St. Lucie County, if you have a single-family home, there's no duration of stay limitation. If you're in the unincorporated St. Lucie County area, there's tourism tax, sales tax, and other provisions that apply to that type of activity. As far as an accessory dwelling unit, I think that's an unwritten script that we're discussing, and as part of this would be evaluated. Obviously for transient rentals, overnight rentals, there's the balance. There's the folks that are visiting. They're coming to a Mets game. They want to go to the beach. They're coming into town for a sporting event, coming into town to do golf, you name it, versus folks, in what was an issue, I think, in the city of Fort Pierce in the 80s was the predominance of rooming houses, where folks, because of sheer monetary issues, were renting 2, 3, 4, 5 nights at a time in a group setting. So I think there's different facets of what would be evaluated, but that our current rules do not limit the duration of stay for single-family homes. But that would be a component in evaluating for accessory dwelling units if there would be a limitation, any deed restrictions, any binding use requirements.
There's also the opportunity potentially that you provide an incentive where let's say you get a tax incentive or something like that, tax abatement, because you do a long-term rental. And maybe even more so if you serve a certain income population. There's opportunities there. This is very early. We're just developing ideas.
I like both of those ideas to incentivize lower income affordable housing rentals and the encouraging the long term. I think that meets both goals.